We are back, bringing you another top 13. Oh, it's been so long.
Not as long as Boba Fett's been out of our lives, though.
I suppose so.
No, we haven't done a top 13 in quite some time, but it's been 10 months since we've seen Boba Fett.
Ooh.
Until yesterday.
And you're going to tell us.
When we watched the Boba Fett trailer and reacted to it, and as a result,
We're
doing a top 13 today on Boba Fett books because it's coming December 29th.
Oh my God.
Late December. So now's not the time to be buying Boba Fett books, but we're going to talk about them anyway because if you just can't help yourself, here's a list for you. The top 13 books that I believe, I'm going to do quotes. Boba Fett books that I believe garner a little investment.
All right. All right, start it off.
Starting off at number 13. Of course, any good Boba Fett list starts off with XMen number 245.
Always.
Why is it on the list, Casey?
Why, Dad?
Because if you're a completionist and you want to get all the Boba Fett appearances, you got to have X-Men 245. Everybody knows that.
Of course.
It's a parody of DC's Invasion storyline, I believe they did, or it was a miniseries, I believe, in the 80s, in which, of course, there was an invasion. So Marvel parodies this, and they have half of the Star Wars cast, Jabba the Hutt, Yoda, Boba Fett, the Chewbacca, but they also have like the alien from Alien. They have Alf.
Oh,
E.T.
they grab everybody.
So they put all of them in there. They make fun of them, but there's a Boba Fett appearance in there. You can get it for $5 probably.
Oh my God.
So it's number 13 on the list.
Yeah, get that. All right, and coming in at number 12, we have Star Wars Bounty on Barracuda.
Yes.
Now this is it was published by Dark Horse in 1995. It was just a one-shot, but it was Boba Fett's first solo title. Big deal. We love solo titles.
We
with
do.
Boba Fett in the title.
Anytime you can get a comic book for the first time that has that character's name across the front, that's what you want.
Especially if you can get it for $5 to $10, which you can.
Another cheap one.
Yeah.
There you go. All right, number 11 on the list. We are talking about Darth Vader, number 1 from 2015. Not the A cover, not the B cover, but not the variant cover by Alex Ross that everybody loves with Darth Vader.
My favorite cover,
It's
maybe of
fantastic, fantastic cover. We're talking about the, of course, Boba Fett, also Alex Ross cover, where he's just kind of chillaxing in the dunes, probably on Tatooine, enjoying his life, maybe.
He's not chillaxing in the dunes. He's on a dinosaur looking animal.
Chillaxing on a dinosaur. I just saw that. Yeah, there's a head right there. Who the hell knows what he's doing? But it's Boba Fett, and it's a fantastic cover, maybe the best Boba Fett cover. It's a $40 or $50 raw book if you want it.
Yeah, you can expect to pay Alex Ross prices for that. That's about Alex Ross price. Now let's break the top 10. Let's do it with Star Wars Jango Fett number 1. And it's a big deal because this is Jango Fett's first appearance. And we know that the same actor that is playing Boba Fett in Book of Boba Fett also played Jango Fett back in the prequels that we might not want to ever talk about.
Attack of the Clones. Yeah, I mean, he did his thing. He's
the voice.
He's been Jango's voice in the Clone Wars and everything since then. So there's a chance. There's at least a chance that Jango could show up in a flashback played by the same character. There's at least a chance he's discussed and his character is developed a little bit that way. So just based on that potential speculation, I think it's worth what?
$10-15?
Yeah, to get the first appearance of Jango Fett. On to number 9.
Number 9.
Yeah, we're getting a little more expensive. Number 9, comics interview, number 138. Again, another oversized magazine looking issue, but this is a cool because number 1, it's hard to find. There's not a lot of these out there, and there's certainly not a lot in decent grade. But it is a fantastic depiction of him crawling forth from the Sarlacc pit.
Yes. Is this the first time we saw that?
It is it's absolutely the first time it was ever on the cover for damn sure.
Right.
But probably ever, yes, because it happened in
Comics interview?
Star Wars 81, which it wasn't on the cover.
Right.
So anyway, fantastic. You can get this. They're hard to come by, but I have seen them. They go for 10, 12. You can get them in lots. There's a lot of comics interviews lots out there.
Okay.
That you might be able to find them one like stuck in. So you can get it for as low as $10 to $15, but expect to pay for decent grade $40 or $50.
Okay. So coming in at number 8, we have Noncannon, Star Wars Tales number 7.
Yeah.
And this is the first appearance of Boba Fett's daughter. Forgive me. Islandville?
Islandville.
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 Sure.
However you want to say.
But more specifically, the variant cover. Yay, we love variant covers.
We love the variant cover on this one. I mean, either cover is awesome, but the variant cover, which you can get for about the same price, is my preferred cover.
Sure.
But again, it's not canon. It is the first appearance of a daughter and the baby mama, who's also a bounty hunter.
Right.
They could show up.
They could.
They
They
certainly
definitely could.
could show
Oh, yeah.
up, even though it's not canon, even though it hasn't happened. They're going to start
Quote
throwing this
unquote
stuff in.
non-canon.
So.
You know how that goes.
Anyway, we put that in there. And how much does that cost, Case?
My friend, that'll cost you between $40 and $80.
All right.
Probably.
All right, coming in at number 7, one of my least favorites.
Really?
One of my least favorites, because it has fooled so many people into putting so much money into it, and it still is. And I guess it's fine. Collectors want what collectors want. But it's Star Wars number 68, the classic yellow background cover of what we thought was Boba Fett and what we thought was Boba Fett's origin story. But it's not, because collectors for decades were told that this was the origin of Boba Fett, and that was Boba Fett, and they just grabbed the comic and they never read the comic. And in the comic, you clearly see it's not Boba Fett, it's some other Mandalorian, but it is the first appearance of the Mandalorians, which is obviously a key moment.
Very key. Yeah.
Boba Fett does make a cameo, and it's just a classic cover. So again, we're past the point of no return on this. This is going to be worth something forever, even though it's probably a little inflated, if you ask me.
You probably can't find it in super great condition considering the yellow background.
No, but high grade raw, you're looking at $200 to $400 on this.
Okay, that's not too bad on the higher end of this list anyway. And at number 6 we have Star Wars 44, and that of course is the first appearance of my favorite ship in the Star Wars universe, Slave One.
Yes, Slave One. I mean, he was fantastic ship, fantastic design. The toys were cool.
I loved the toy when I was a kid.
Flying around in a video game was neat.
Yeah.
The cover on this book is fantastic. It's, again, classic duel between Vader and Luke and The Empire Strikes Back. So it's got that going for it, but it is the first appearance. Hey, if the Batmobile becomes its own character, then why not Slave One? So it's an important key moment, especially Star Wars fans they have an affection for Slave One.
They should. So it's a great looking ship.
Yes. So this is its first appearance at number 6.
Love it.
All right, number 5. We've got a couple more of these on the list. This is an oversized magazine, The Empire Strikes Back Weekly, number 1.
There's a lot of weird things about this cover here.
It's got a lot of weird stuff going on. The coloring is a little goofy, but it is a very, very, very early Boba Fett appearance, and most importantly, his first ever cover appearance.
Yes.
So this was a partial retelling or reprint of what happens in Marvel Comics Super Stories number 16, which we may or may not talk about in a minute.
Maybe.
So this is reprinting, but this is the first time Boba Fett's on the cover. And again, especially if you're a completionist, you have to have it. There's no option. But even if you aren't, you want his first cover appearance. So
yeah, no, I want this.
And if you do want it,
how much can I buy it for?
You can get it for about $150 to $400.
Ooh, maybe I don't want it.
In high grade. I mean, listen, go grab yourself one for $60.
Coming in at number 4, we have Star Wars number 43. That's Boba Fett's second appearance and the first appearance of one great Lando Calrissian. I love it.
People of Cloud City. This is your administrator speaking.
Make it stop.
Yes. Key issue worthiness, obviously off the charts. This was $1 to $5 book until like last year as well. This has ballooned into. I bought one for $1 and I bought one for $4.
That's incredible.
Last year, both of them 8.5 to 9.4 probably, and then it blew up. So again, first appearance of Lando Calrissian, Disney Plus show on the way. Donald Glover going to play him.
Big deal. Everybody
liked his performance in Solo. So one of the shining moments of Solo was Donald Glover's Lando. Yeah. So this one's on the way up, and I think it's going to keep going.
And you can get a high-grade raw copy for between $60 and $150. Top 3.
All right, number 3 on the list is my favorite Star Wars cover of all time, Star Wars.
That's high praise.
Number 81. It is high praise, and it's well-deserved. Beautiful painted cover. Boba Fett right there, along with Han Solo and Chewie and R2 and Princess Leia and the Falcon, Jawas and the Sandcrawler. A lot of stuff on that.
There's nothing else that you could possibly name on this cover.
No.
And the black bar on the bottom.
So it's a gorgeous cover. Why is it important? We were just talking about this off camera. I think out of all the important pivotal moments that have happened in the Star Wars universe off of the screen, this might be the number one. This is the issue in which, in canon, in continuity,
Yep.
Boba Fett crawls his ass out of the Sarlacc pit and doesn't die. We thought he was dead.
He ain't dead, folks.
We thought he was dead for years.
He ain't.
But he wasn't,
He's alive.
because he got out.
He got out.
And this is how he did it. So a very, very important moment, an extremely undervalued book for a lot of times. I feel like this is going to overtake 68 at some point in value. It's just a better looking book and a more important book in the long term.
Sure. And at number 2, we have Marvel Comics Super Special number 16. And this is the first appearance, my friend, in a magazine, mind you.
Yes.
The first appearance of Yoda, Boba Fett, Lando Calrissian, the Rogue Squadron, all the rest of the bounty hunters.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody.
Emperor.
Everybody showed up.
IG-88. Bosk. All those jokers. Some of which may be showing up in either Boba Fett or The Mandalorian Season 3.
Definitely wouldn't be surprised.
So, good book to have. Again, this is one of those oversized magazine things that aren't for everybody, but so much happens here, and it's still, it seems like it shouldn't be as affordable, because you can get really good high-grade copies from between like $150 and
about
$300.
Yeah.
So to me, it feels like a good deal.
I think so.
Somehow.
It's awesome. What year is this from?
Oh gosh, 80?
80?
Yeah.
Okay.
Empire Strikes Back adaptation.
Right.
So
Man, that's awesome.
If magazines are something that's on your list of things you wouldn't mind including in your comic collection, this is a must have, especially if you're a Star Wars / Boba Fett fan.
However, if you are not a magazine person,
If you don't like magazines, the number one is just for you.
number 1
And
might cover your bases.
And it is, of course, number 42.
Yep.
Star Wars 42. Essentially everything that happens in Marvel Comics Super Stories number 16 happens here in comic book form, standard comic book form. So you're going to get the first appearance of all those guys, and there he is right on the cover, front and center, Boba himself with Bosk and Dengar behind him. So again, I mean, 9H just, this book here, I don't know if it ever stops. 9H are going for about $4,000.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like 9.4s are from 600 to 800. If you want a decent high grade raw copy, it starts at 300, and if you can get one for 300, grab it. So this is essentially the holy grail for Boba Fett's comic book collectors.
I don't know, man. I think I like the magazine. That's his real first appearance.
Yeah, but there's just the one problem. It doesn't fit in the box.
I know, it doesn't fit in the box.
So,
but that has been our list.
There you go. 13 Boba
Fett books.
Ranging from magazines, interviews, XMen comics.
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. But let us know down in the comment section what you think about this Boba Fett comic book list. Not just comic books, book list.
Yeah.
Sure. Leave us comments down below and like the video on the way out. Subscribe for more content like this, and we'll see you on the next one.